Well, it is Earth Day weekend and we are celebrating, and it has just been a truly glorious day so far. I'm so thankful. I started the day by going on a bird walk with some of my neighbors. It was so precious just walking around together, and it was led by a neighbor who is a bird connoisseur. So he knew a lot of different species of birds and just gave a lot of tips if you like to bird watch, and if you want to learn more about bird watching, he had a lot of tips. So that was really helpful. He told us about an app called Merlin. Let me just double check that that's the correct name. I believe it's free. I haven't downloaded it yet, but it's called Merlin, and it helps you identify birds, and it has the bird calls so you can start to identify the sound. Yeah, Merlin Bird ID. So that's pretty cool, and it was just a really beautiful morning, so I loved getting out early. And he also said that the best time to hear and see the most birds is typically morning between 7 and 8 a.m. So we started at 8 a.m. and it was really, really nice. Brandon also made us bananas Foster French toast for breakfast. It was fancy and delicious and sweet. And then once I finished the bird walk, came back, did a few things around the house, and then we went to the farmer's market, which is always a beautiful time. So now I am actually preparing a farmer's market to table meal. I'm starting to prep a few things because the plan tonight is to enjoy dinner in the garden, to have an al fresco Earth Day dinner. And let me just share some things I have on the menu. We will be preparing everything together, but we're gonna of course have some kombucha with fresh mint from the garden. So I'll probably mull the mint and then stir that in. I also have some butterfly ice cubes, so we'll use those naturally. And then we're gonna do bruschetta, and I saw someone do this. They did tomatoes with fried capers, but I'm gonna do fried capers on top of the bruschetta, which I don't even know how you fry capers. I don't know if I can just add some oil and do it on a skillet, hopefully, because that seems the simplest route. But we'll play around with that. That's what I'm gonna work on first, bruschetta with fried capers. And then we also have a veggie salad with chickpeas, and then roasted potatoes and roasted asparagus. Yum, yum, yum. And chocolate covered strawberries for dessert. So a pretty simple meal, but it was inspired by everything we could find at the farmer's market today. I was gonna do chocolate covered strawberries instead of chocolate covered bananas, but they didn't have any strawberries at the farmer's market. So bananas it is, which, speaking of, let me insert a haul of everything that we picked up at the farmer's market today. We have quite the colorful farmer's market haul, so many goodies. Got lots of heirloom tomatoes for a salad, and then I'll also probably use some for bruschetta. Then we have a potato medley. Some of these are sweet potatoes, some are red, and some are russet. Some fresh ginger root, red pepper. I'm gonna do some pickled red pepper, not red pepper, pickled red onions, and then some raw red onions as well. Some asparagus, kale. I've been making this delicious kale salad, and we have some in the garden too that I'll mix in. And then these absolutely massive radishes. I have never seen radishes quite like this, but they are really, really just ginormous, and I'm excited to try them. Some more tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, bananas, cucumber, grapefruit, and a gorgeous baguette. Also so cute at the farmer's market for Earth Day, they had a plastic swap. So if you got some fresh produce and you got a plastic bag, they were doing a swap for the plastic bag that they would recycle, and then you got a reusable tote bag. And I didn't have any plastic to swap because we brought our reusable bag, but she gave me a quiz question for the bag, and she asked me, when was the first Earth Day? I guessed it was 1972, but it actually was 1970, so not too far off, and I got a nice reusable tote. So let's get prepping. I especially want to do some chopping and prep because in about an hour or so, I want to go see a pollinator expert speak. She's speaking at 4 p.m., so I do want to go see if we can learn some more about pollinators, and I believe she knows a lot about butterflies as well. So that's really cool. Some local garden societies are going to be here as well, just sharing information and sharing volunteer opportunities and stuff like that. So I want to go to that soon, but get dinner all prepped before we enjoy our al fresco evening under the stars. And I did get some paper lanterns that would be so dreamy to hang over the garden for our dinner situation, but I don't know 100% if we'll put them up. There is a chance of rain today, so that can play an impact on whether we hang any lanterns or not, but oh, it does sound really dreamy to do that. Salad I made. It's surprisingly really tasty. It has Parmesan cheese, lemon, olive oil, salt and pepper, and some red pepper flakes. Did I say lemon? Lots of lemon. Made fun of for this, but I think having some olive oil in a spray bottle is very helpful. I mean, look how efficient this is, covering all of the potatoes so effortlessly. End up going to the nature center and listening to the pollinator talk, which was the pollinator expert talk, which is really nice. And I got this magazine. It's 20 easy to grow wildflowers, the beautiful monarch on the cover. Also, one of you actually mentioned in the comments that you could tell, we recently did a butterfly release and you could tell it was a male butterfly, and I looked up how to tell the difference between a female and male monarch butterfly, and it's so simple. It's signified on the wings. There's two little dots on this specific line on the monarch if it's a boy, and then there's just the lines, I believe they're a little thicker too, if it's a female. So that is so interesting. It's so fun to identify them now that I know that, so thank you for sharing that. Which, by the way, I'm just so grateful for all of the wisdom and knowledge sharing that happens here. Every time I talk about something or am confused about something, I feel like you all just have the best advice and tips, and it's just really appreciated. The last garden video I posted last week, I was showing my ficus and there were ants on it, and one of you, Summer, said the ants seem fine, but there's these other little bugs that are not fun. I believe they're called measy bugs, and I didn't even notice them. I mean, I noticed there was something there, but I didn't really think much of it. But good thing she said that, because they're not the kind of bugs you want hanging out on your plants. So I was able to remove them, and I'm kind of monitoring it from now on. But I just wanted to say I'm really grateful for all of the kindness and knowledge sharing that we get to kind of create here. But this is the magazine. It's specifically for Florida. So let's see, milkweed is highlighted, and lots of like golden daisy looking flowers, which I love. Ooh, this one's so beautiful. It kind of looks like an orchid. Very, very lovely. So I'm definitely going to browse through here. We are working on a pretty big garden project soon. We're going to be adding Christmas palms along both sides of our fence line, so that should happen in a couple months. We hired that project out because I love gardening and doing those bigger projects, but there's just no way, one, we can fit the palm trees in our cars, two, that I'll be able to, even Brandon and I together, it would be very challenging. So happy to hire that one out, but between the palm trees there's going to be quite a bit of space that we can do for other gardening projects, and I can plant other native plants there. I also got some seeds, so that's always exciting. Add that to the seed collection. But now I'm just wrapping up the food. I'm about to put the potatoes in the oven, just get those roasting. I feel like that always takes the most amount of time. I fried the capers by just putting them on the skillet or in a pot with some, well, I made garlic olive oil for the bruschetta, and so I used that same pan, so it already had some garlic and olive oil in it, and I fried the capers, just kind of heat them up and let them sizzle for a bit, and it smells really good. It kind of filled the house up with the smell of fried capers, so I'll maybe open a window soon, but that'll probably be yummy, hopefully. And then I'm finishing up the corn salad now. I looked up a recipe with some kind of dressing because I wasn't sure what dressing to do for this salad. So I think I'll end up doing one with some oil and vinegar and lime juice. So we'll finish that up and make our chocolate covered bananas because those like to sit in the freezer for a while. And my friend Liz is coming over soon, and we're gonna work on some more projects together and enjoy dinner together in the backyard. And it is looking a little cloudy out there, so I don't know if we'll do the lanterns. I have these lanterns that we made. We made them at the beginning of spring, and they are really cute, but they are not as durable, so we might use these. But I also have these hanging paper lanterns that are a bit more structured. So we'll see how we feel and what the weather wants to do. Whenever I do chocolate covered anything, pretty much, I like to add a spoonful of coconut oil. It helps thin it out, but then also adds a nice flavor. Sprinkle these with some Maldon sea salt flakes. I love to put these on top of chocolate desserts. It really just takes it to the next level, and I feel like it looks a little bit more elevated. What an absolutely beautiful Earth Day celebration. I'm so thankful. It really was my dream day. Spent a lot of time outside in nature, had a dinner party. Brandon got Palmer a new toy today and he is so happy about it. Let me show you this chaotic puppy energy. What are you doing? Is that your new toy? Is that your new toy? Okay, now the couch is a trampoline. Anyways, I hope you all are well and having a beautiful April so far, but I'm so thankful for you again and I'm excited to see you next. Bye!